Yo, what's up, YouTube? Dre be reacting, coming at you with a video. I know it's my first video. I'm still deciding on the intro, so I'm gonna just leave it at that. But today we're gonna react to Cell versus Metal Sonic. I ain't gonna lie, as you can see, I watched just a little bit, just a little bit. Um, but I was thinking to myself, let me just make a video on this shit, cause I ain't gonna lie, bro. This is crazy. I'm a big Sonic and a big Dragon Ball fan, so I just said, fuck it, why not make a YouTube channel and just start reacting to a bunch of shit. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. I would really like Death Battle. I've been watching Death Battle since legit, so this better be it's probably gonna be heat. Let me put on my headphones real quick. Let me put my headphones real quick. Hold on, chat. Hold on, chat. Where is my headphone speakers? There it is.
Cell versus Metal Sonic. Which copycat android is truly the superior model? He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick. And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
I want to let you guys know before we get into the death battle, who do y'all think is gonna win? I ain't gonna lie, bro. I got my money on. It really depends if it's Archie Metal Sonic. So if you guys don't know, like the Archie comics, that Sonic is broken. Like I ain't gonna lie, I think Archie Sonic is beating Goku any day. He's slapping up Goku, bro. I'm sorry. I hate to say it. You guys are probably gonna be mad. No one could touch Goku, but game Archie Sonic, he's like a different level beyond. He like Universal or some shit like that. So if it's that version of Metal Sonic, he's gonna win. But for the most part, if it's any Metal Sonic, I'm talking about Metal Sonic from like Sonic Heroes or Sonic CD, he's cooked. There's no way Cell, the ultimate life form, is getting fucking slapped up by classic Metal Sonic. Guys, it's just not possible. As long as there's like feats that I don't know about yet. But that's just my take. Plus, I like Dragon Ball a little bit more than Sonic, even though I like them both heavily. I'm saying so, bro.
Stalking Gingertown. No
If
one
it's not
who's
Archie
seen it
Metal
has lived
Sonic.
to tell the tale. All it left behind was their clothes. Something ate these people's insides, leaving only a shadow behind. Some kind of creature driven only by the need to feed. Earth's new apex predator, the ultimate life form. The Namekian Piccolo went to
This
investigate.
nigga's like a
this
mosquito,
manslayer
bro.
and
Just be going
discovered
up to
that it
niggas,
was
sucking their blood.
intelligent. Its tail could unravel to absorb its hapless victims and add their energy to its wretched gestalt. But the nightmare was only just beginning, because for its last trick, somehow this freak of nature knew the Kamehameha. The mystery of this creature's
I'll
origin
rewatch
is
Dragon Ball,
decades
bro.
in
That
the
shit is
making.
fire.
Years ago, the world was terrorized by the
Red
most
Ribbon
advanced
Army.
paramilitary organization in history, the Red Ribbon Army. Until they got rocked by this little kung fu gremlin, Son Goku. But Red Ribbon's dream of revenge.
Chat, imagine just like you have a whole facility like the US Army and that shit just gets completely shut down by like a 10-year-old kid, bro.
Studying the Z fighters from
It's
afar,
crazy.
learning everything there was to know about them, and building a series of androids that would destroy his spiky-haired nemesis once and for all. He made a ton of them: infinite energy androids, key-absorbing androids, trucker head androids, and even
My trucker
ninja
hat.
androids. However, none of Giro's creations were capable of matching that drive to improve that Goku and his fellow martial artists possessed. Luckily, he had one more android left. A cute little booger so complex he'd take years after Giro's death to complete. Its name was
Cell.
Born from a single
Bro,
cell.
Cell's such a cool
Yet
concept, bro.
This android possessed the genetic information of all the greatest warriors that had battled on
Damn,
Earth.
Dr. Gero is
When
7
fully
foot.
evolved, would become
This nigga tall as shit.
unstoppable. And with their
Nigga should have been in the
DNA,
NBA than
absorbed
creating
all their
androids.
powers and techniques too. Common among all of them is the power to manipulate ki, or the energy that exists in all living things, and weaponize it to fire energy blasts, fly at fast
Bro, I ain't gonna
light
lie,
speed.
bro. If you never try to do a Kamehameha like as a kid, bro, you didn't have a childhood, and that's on God, bro. I swear to God, as a kid, watching this shit, I would like I started tweaking, bro. Dead ass started charging on my key, thinking that I could turn Super Saiyan, throwing out Kamehameha's, bro. My imaginary was fucking crazy back then, bro. Had so much fun doing that shit.
Move things with telekinesis and create force fields.
From the humans, Krillin and Tien, Cell knows the multiform technique, Destructo Disc, and the
Oh no, the
Tri
Shadow
Beam,
Clone
his
Jutsu.
extra special favorite. Oh, weird, I'm not seeing Chaozu on this list. Sorry, bud.
Is Chaozu human?
Oh.
Okay. Cell can fire the Death Beam, as
He
well as
definitely
breathe
not
in
human,
and
bro.
travel through the vacuum of space with the alien genes of Frieza and his father.
And
He's,
because he's got Piccolo's DNA, Cell can regenerate humongous damage to his body at the cost of some ki.
Cell has survived having half his body vaporized multiple times. And
That was
cannot
crazy.
Be destroyed unless the small cluster of cells at the core of his being is eradicated.
Still never understood that though. I feel like he should have died there, but
even stronger than before because of the Saiyan DNA he got from Goku and Vegeta. Definitely the cream of the genetic crop.
Sure, he can perfectly replicate attacks like the Gallic Gun, Spirit Bomb, and of course Kamehameha, as well as teleport by locking onto a living being's key signature.
But the
that's
best
crazy
part
how
about
he
a
learned
Saiyan is
instant
how much
transmission
crazy stronger they get
just by
every time
watching
they
Goku
almost
do it,
die.
bro.
They can even evolve
Insane.
to become orders of magnitude stronger in the midst of battle. Combine that with Cell's healing factor, and he is effectively the ultimate warrior.
Like a perpetual
He is.
shonen motion machine.
Driven by a biological imperative, Cell wanted nothing more than to devour Giro's previous androids, 17 and 18, believing it would make him perfect.
Only one problem.
Perfect.
The Cell we know was born in the future, and both
Bro, there's
17 and 18 had been destroyed. So he
Can't really
murdered
do it.
Trunks and went back in time. Not our Trunks, future Trunks. Well, not future Trunks, but another future Trunks. It's very complicated.
I never understood the
As
timelines like that.
Cell
Shit was
defeated and
confusing.
absorbed the androids, he evolved, not only getting stronger, but changing his personality and developing a lust for battle.
He became less creepy bug serial killer and more, well, Saiyan. After exploiting that very Saiyan arrogance and warrior's pride, Cell finally became perfect.
And easily dominated Trunks and Vegeta, the latter of whom had decades of battle experience under his belt.
Perfect Cell's power was off
Trunks
the
always be
charts.
taking
He
L's in
could
his
threaten the
timeline
whole
and in
Earth
the
just
past,
by
bro.
powering up. With a full power Kamehameha, he was even capable of destroying our entire solar system.
While the vast majority of our solar system's mass is located in the sun, this still means that Cell's key wave would have to reach 2.8 billion miles to eradicate
Damn.
every planet.
But Wiz,
Our scaling Dragon Ball don't make no sense,
Not
bro.
likely.
Shit.
Cell's claim has been backed up
Crazy.
in multiple guidebooks and even demonstrated outright in the video games.
Cell's even stronger in the anime adaptation, considering the time Frieza blew up Namek. In the anime, the explosion was literally hundreds of light years wide and lit up the friggin' galaxy.
And Cell was far stronger than Frieza was at that point in time.
Hell, the Namekians could sense him all the way from a different galaxy and thought he might be a threat to the whole universe.
He's also incredibly fast, capable of blitzing even the strongest Z fighters at the time. Goku flew from Grand Kai's planet of heaven all the way to hell, hundreds of billions of light years in half a minute. And that was in his base form.
Yeah, that's cool, but how about the power to squeeze Mini Cell Juniors out of your butt? What? Never heard of that key technique?
Oh
Call
my
it
God.
The Kegel.
Perfect Cell was entirely without peer.
Bro,
and
literally
no
shooting
longer
his
was
kids.
Jiro's petty
That's
grudge,
crazy.
Decided to prove it with a tournament.
The
That's
Cell
crazy.
Games. And if Goku couldn't even beat him, what hope did anyone else have? Vegeta couldn't even handle a Cell Junior.
Their last
Yeah, it's
hope
crazy how
was
those little
Goku's
shits
own
were
son,
that strong, like,
Gohan.
compared to the Z
After
fighters.
Cell arrogantly let him power up, Gohan unleashed his rage, pushed the bug monster to his absolute limits, and beat him.
Ew, yo,
Wow,
what was
Cell
that
really
shot?
After Cell arrogantly let him power up, Gohan unleashed his rage, pushed the bug monster to his absolute limits, and
God damn, hold on, bro.
rage. Pushed the bug monster to his absolute limits.
Yo, that's a wild shot, bro. I ain't never gotten like head that good in my life where my face would look like this shit right here, bro. Where do I point? Right here? That's insane, bro. Ew, that shit looks nasty as fuck, bro. It's like this nigga is getting fucked, bro.
And beat him! Wow, Cell, you really are related to Vegeta, aren't you?
In truth, Cell was a victim of his own success.
That is cool though.
The
Like
same
Cell's character
Saiyan
is,
genes that made him
I like his
all-powerful
character so
also
much
showed
just
the
cause like
signs of his defeat.
He
he got everybody's DNA, bro. Like you're literally going against yourself and your boys
Even
all
that
in one
wasn't enough
person.
to totally put him down, and he came back with the same Super Saiyan power-up that Gohan had just unlocked.
Perfect story, bro. This shit, the lore is crazy.
Now with more lightning.
People say Dragon Ball Z ain't good, bro.
Cell put the entire weight of
Fucking
his
eating ass
biological
nigga.
programming against one lone Saiyan and went the distance.
But in the end, it still wasn't enough. No matter how brilliantly Dr. Gero copied the Z-Fighters, he still couldn't quite figure out their knack for going beyond.
What can be destroyed can always be rebuilt.
Ew,
All it
so get
takes
that
to
nigga, bro. I hate
recreate the
Cell Max.
most fearsome warrior in the universe is one single
That was a
cell.
cash grab. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, real quick, did you know Death Metal launched our
I did
own
not know this
tabletop
nigga looked
gaming
like this.
channel?
What the
It's
hell?
called The Nightly Brew. We're doing Dungeons and Dragons, Blood on the Clock Tower, and a bunch of other stuff. I'd
They did
love
a
if you could
face
check it out.
reveal? Since
We
when
just
did they
finished
do
our
a face
campaign through
reveal?
The old school Tomb of Horrors, the most infamous dungeon in D&D history.
Bullshit. He
Here's
looks
a
well
clip.
sophisticated.
You quadruple in size.
Alright, this is an ad. Skip this shit.
The hedge
Predators were
Here we
threatened
go.
by the
I always wondered, bro. Like, you know how AI. This is a little tangent. I'm sorry, but you know how AI is like becoming a very like serious thing, and there's literally people like building robots. For example, Citra. What if there's like a mass scientist, just like Dr. Gero out there, just like creating like literal androids just to like take over the world, bro? Like I don't know. Sometimes I'd be thinking about that shit, and I'm just like, damn, bro. Like there's dead ass could be a Dr. Gero right now that we don't know about, who's like very good in like, you know, whatever they learn. What is it? Electrical. It's something with like animatronics and shit and like robots. They could be really good at that shit and just like make a crazy ass robot, bro. Like very intelligent. Could have like durable armor that could like replenish like bullet holes and like. What if one day that nigga like doesn't follow his command like how Android 17 and 18 did to Dr. Gero and it's just over? Crazy to think about, bro. I just misclicked. Fuck.
Time and again,
See what Metal
the
Sonic
world
got,
and
though.
its godly forest critters were threatened by the evil and oval Dr. Ivo Eggman Robotnik.
and
Dr.
time
Egghead.
again, that same world and those same critters were saved by Sonic the Hedgehog. No matter how many robotic
That's a go.
badniks the good doctor threw at his blue spiky nemesis, his schemes were always 6 spin jumps to the glowing weak spot away from getting cracked and scrambled.
But it wouldn't be over easy for Eggman. If he couldn't defeat the Blue Blur, he would make his own Metal Sonic.
Well, 0 points on creativity for that name, but goddamn, he does look
Yeah,
metal
it
as
had
hell.
They
no
say
creativity.
imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, so Eggman
Just
built
added
metal,
metal
with more
in
than
front of
enough
his name.
blast processing to match his prototype.
Metal can zoom around at massively hypersonic speeds, fast enough to fly to nearby planets in seconds.
He's tougher than Eggman's standard
Planets
equipment, some of
since
which can
when?
survive black holes.
Metal can use all of Sonic's power-ups, and even replicate his classic spin dash and light speed attack.
But he's got moves of his own.
He can attack with energy blast, fire a chest laser, surround himself in an electric aura, or an impenetrable force
He is
field.
supposed to
By
be like the.
overloading
I
his
understand.
circuitry
He's
with
supposed to be
energy,
like the
Metal
other
can
version of
activate
Sonic,
maximum
but damn.
overdrive, quadrupling his acceleration and obliterating anything in his path, at the risk of self-destructing.
You'd think all that'd be enough to turn the rodent into roadkill, but it only took one showdown on Stardust Speedway to send Metal to the scrap heap.
On paper, Metal should be able to outmatch Sonic in every way, and yet he doesn't. For some reason, Eggman wasn't able to capture that ineffable quality that makes Sonic the fastest thing alive. Metal's defeats at the hands of Sonic and his friends sharpened his AI into a seething hatred of his rival and a burning desire to prove himself superior.
Yeah, well, when you're getting your supersized red ass handed to you by Charmy B, you know something's gone horribly wrong.
Metal's defeats gave him an existential crisis. If he was created to surpass Sonic and couldn't even manage that, what was he? Why should he exist?
Bro was questioning
Never
his
one
own
to admit
existence.
defeat, Eggman took Metal back to the drawing board and birthed him anew. You,
This Neo Metal Sonic was, above
Okay,
all,
so-
far smarter.
especially
Yeah, they're
after
definitely
he copied
taking,
Eggman's
stuff from the
intelligence
comics,
and
so
took over his
this
empire.
might be
And
an
we
L
mean
for Cell.
literally copied. If Metal started
Unfortunately.
as Sonic's copycat, why not hunt all of his furry friends down and copy them too?
Neo Metal Sonic is equipped with scanners in his optic receptors that can copy a person's biodata, giving him the ability to recreate all of their abilities in seconds.
Like the Sonic Boom, Knuckles' Hammer Punch, Tails' magical swiveling asshole.
It's crazy how
and
much
Pig's ability to suck at
stuff
fishing.
Sonic takes
Metal
from
isn't
Dragon
just
Ball, bro.
learning
It's
their
literally
moves.
just
He
like
can
Dragon
replicate
Ball
more
with
esoteric
animals.
powers like Silver Psychokinesis, manufacture Rouge's mechanical bat guards, or alter his very biology to copy Espio's chameleon invisibility. It's worth mentioning that biological
even has
data
those-
is a
like,
real
those guys'
scientific term
powers.
and can refer to molecular structures like the genome sequence within a living organism's DNA.
Yeah, his copying is so busted, it doesn't really matter that he's a robot made of metal. If you can do it, so can he. Probably helps that he can shapeshift and regenerate his whole body from a puddle.
Likely by copying one of the mightiest beings on the planet, the god of destruction, Chaos.
Not the only chaos he's encountered.
By scanning the ultimate life form, Shadow the Hedgehog, he gained his ability
So
to
he could
read
literally
some of the
just
most
look at
powerful
you and
artifacts in the universe.
take your like powers.
You
That's
mean
OP.
the
Cell
Chaos
can't do that.
Emeralds?
Yes, the emeralds contain an infinite
So
wellspring
this
of
guy, he
mystical
could literally
power
just
and
look
life
at Cell
energy. With them, Metal
and
can
take
perform
all of his
Shadow's
abilities.
chaos
He could
control.
literally
He can
copy the
teleport, warp,
Kamehameha.
and distort space, boost his speed, and stop time.
How's that
And with
fair?
either the Chaos Emeralds or Master Emerald, he can transform into Super Neo.
And he could go super on top of that.
Completely invulnerable and completely golden. Super Neo Metal Sonic can move at faster than light speeds and has the power to move continents.
The emeralds are inconceivably powerful. They've been used to fuel Eggman's Death Egg, which could obliterate star systems.
On their own, they can even create and destroy whole universes.
Other super characters
Universes?
like Sonic have battled and defeated beings like the Time Eater, who could destroy multiple dimensions and timelines in seconds. At their
Dang.
peak, 3 super
This is
hedgehogs
like a
and even
ant
Fox
versus
Mars
a elephant.
nearly consumed Sonic's entire multiverse.
So Super Neo Metal Sonic should be just as powerful as any of them. Though he's gotta be quick, because all that power only lasts a short time.
The road to total domination was nearly at an end.
I don't
After
know, bro.
manipulating Sonic and friends and copying their abilities, Metal eventually combined their biodata with the mighty Egg Fleet and became Metal Overlord.
Dude, this guy got
Missiles,
4
hyper
transformations, bro.
projectiles, and the strength to match 3 supersonic heroes all by himself. Overlord is all-time final boss material.
And he knew it. His ego might as well have had its own health bar. Metal's drive to surpass his rival had morphed into the delusional belief that he was the original, and Sonic the loathsome.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. This might like
That Metal had finally
Metal Sonic might be like
all
super
the
level,
heroes
bro.
Metal
Like
had
dude
gathered
got a
had to team up to take him down.
dude got
They
a
may have stolen
freaking
their abilities, but Metal never possessed the thing that
a
made
good
the
fight
Sonic
against
heroes
like
successful.
Evolution
Friendship
Blue or
and
UI
teamwork.
Goku level type
How
of
cute.
craziness.
Jag. Probably should have added some of those goddamn rails to the final boss fight, because it is impossible to land on those things.
Oh yeah, that shit was so ass. If you guys haven't played those games, bro, so slippery.
From his code.
Metal returned to being the Eggman Army's chief enforcer, always proving invaluable as the Bad Doctor's greatest creation, now completely obedient once again.
I don't know, Wiz. Who knows what's really going on behind those glowing red eyes? Maybe Metal is more cunning than he lets on, and is only biding his time until he can take over again.
Maybe the most powerful thing that Metal copied was the ability to lie.
Mass manipulator. Bro read
Hey, I'm
the
Jack,
art of
voice of
seduction.
Doomstick. And if you don't believe me,
But what about now? That's what I thought.
look. the
Yo,
legend is about
we've been
to
impersonating
begin.
that
Can't wait to
voice
see
the
it.
entire
First, I
time.
wanna
I
tell
thought that
you
was his
about a
normal
brand new
voice.
thing coming to the Death Battle store, and it's something you guys have been
Alright,
asking
bro, I'm
for.
sorry, bro.
Matchup
I can give
pitches.
2 fucks
It's a way
about
to
your
meet with
fucking
me and
merchandise,
Ben, the
bro.
creators available right out while you're there. GG, we want to hear your pitches. Copycats get copycapped. So here we go, and remember, deathbattle.gg, we want to hear your pitches. Thanks.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
It's very impressive how he could do that with his voice.
Salutations, Dr. Robotnik. Your reputation precedes you. Bring me your strongest fighter.
That shit kinda go
or
hard.
face- Then prepare to kneel before you.
Oh, he's already in Neo form. We're not building up. Going straight to the. He go hard though. Ooh, why didn't he sell juniors if he could do this?
does a machine like yourself ever
Experience fear. Oh, it took the Vegeta line. That's cold. The references are hitting right now. Oh, already to overload. Ooh, who animated this? This shit is beautiful. Death Egg Spirit Bomb.
Fool, you're dealing with the ultimate life form. I already possess
His ego is so high, bro.
chaos.
Oh, he's not letting him. Oh, shit.
Life form data successfully copied. Scum.
No way! He took Cells' ability. Yo, I do it, bro. That's OP. He
It'll take more than that to kill me, puppet.
has the Zenkai boost, though.
I know. Now I know everything about you, insect.
Bro. The reference material. Fuck. Oh, nah, he just came. He could do it too! Yo, what the fuck? Dude, this is actually insane.
Don't you dare.
Dude, is he gonna go out like Tien, bro? That would be sad, bro. Oh, he's super now. He's super. Oh, shit. He's doing... No way, he's gonna go out like Teen Gohan now.
I am not just the greatest warrior in the universe. I am all of them. If you are all of them, then so am I.
Dude, I forgot he could just... Yeah, he's too OP, bro. Dude. So many Dragon Ball fans just got, like, infuriated right there. And he destroyed the cell.
I'll crush you.
That was so peak, I'm not gonna lie.
So, now Metal's got all the powers of the Chaos Emeralds and the Z Fighters? Well, that world's fucked. Our bad.
Cell may have been one of the greatest threats in Dragon Ball Z,
Bro.
but Eggman's greatest creation ultimately proved too much for him. Let's break this down into 4 categories.
He beat all of that, bro.
And adaptation.
Did he not?
Up, who was the strongest?
Metal
well,
Sonic.
It's no surprise that any version of Cell was gonna be way more powerful than base Metal or Neo. Even just using the manga, blowing up a solar system is far beyond the level of power output Metal can match.
Without his stronger forms. With them, the power gap entirely reversed. Not only could Metal match Cell's solar system busting or scaling from Frieza, but he could surpass it with the universe-destroying power of the Emeralds.
But hang on, Wiz. Those Namekians said that Cell was strong enough to threaten a universe
Over
on its
time,
own.
though.
They did, but they didn't specify how, and there's nothing suggesting he could destroy it in one go. Especially since it's only brought up
Exactly.
theoretically and without any time frame.
Even being generous and assuming he could just blow it up, final bosses like Time Eater and Solaris can destroy
Yeah,
the
like
wider
these people, like
multiverse,
these bosses
and
in the
Super
Sonic
Metal
universe are
scale to
just
them. Metal Sonic takes
OP.
the edge in strength.
And with Sonic characters being known for their speed, you might think that was an easy win for Metal.
At his max speed in
Yeah.
his super form, he should be comparable to entities like the Time Eater, who
Bro
in
could
short
travel, bro.
iterations can destroy entire universes in seconds. By using the radius of the observable universe, we can estimate the Time Eater's destructive wave traveled at about 180 quadrillion times faster than light.
Certainly impressive,
not
but
even,
let's
like-
compare that to Goku's flight from heaven to hell shortly after the Cell games, which covered roughly a universe in distance at approximately 180 quadrillion times faster than light.
Oh, hey, just like Time Eater.
Oh.
The difference, though, was that Goku was in his base form, way slower than Super Saiyan 2 Gohan or Super Perfect Cell.
Factoring in Super Saiyan multipliers, Super Perfect Cell can move upwards of 100
Maybe,
times
I don't know,
faster
'cause
than
base
that,
Goku
and
did have
Cell
training
100
after,
times
no?
faster than Metal Sonic. Somehow, Cell takes the edge in speed.
No
you know, the
way.
thing Metal was designed for.
Wasn't expecting that.
I don't believe
Let's
that.
see if any of their abilities could tip the scales.
They shared many of the same powers, like telekinesis, force fields, and energy projectiles. Of note though, Cell's regeneration was clearly superior, able to fully heal from a single cluster of microscopic cells.
On top of that, Cell's Saiyan genes would let him grow in power every time he almost died, and his Cell Juniors gave him the numbers advantage.
And considering Super Neo Metal had a time limit, Cell would have a big advantage in a battle of attrition.
But with Chaos Control, that became a lot tougher.
Cell and his juniors had no way to deal with Metal boosting his speed or stopping time, something that countered Cell's speed advantage and left him open. And with Silver's Psychokinesis, or the Emerald Spatial Distortion, Metal could seriously impair Cell's healing.
So it helped that Cell could fall back on his martial arts abilities in a pinch.
Despite effectively being a newborn, Cell's genetic instincts allowed him to best Earth's most skilled warriors back to back to back.
Metal may have copied Eggman's brains, but he definitely isn't as good of a fighter. The Sonic heroes haven't trained like the Z fighters, and Metal's been beaten by all of them a bunch of times. So all that in mind, abilities is roughly a wash.
Which leaves us.
All right, that's some bullshit. Because if you have the ability to just like this, basically he's he's Kakashi, but on steroids and universal. If you have the ability to scan someone's data, doesn't that just flat out just like destroy whatever this person got? Because Cell, even though he has like the abilities of the other Z fighters, doesn't mean he could just copy people like on some Sharingan shit. Like that alone kind of surpasses any ability that Cell has. In my
One thing
opinion.
they're both known for, their capability
Their
to
video.
evolve and become more powerful in response to their opponents, aka their adaptation.
Oh,
And
okay. I guess they had one for
that's
that,
where
but
this
still,
back
that's
and
still
forth
considered an
completely
ability.
breaks. Because at the end of the day, Metal can copy Cell, but Cell can't absorb Metal.
Cell's ability to physically absorb an opponent is primarily viable against foes he can match or overpower.
Yeah, we get it. He gets a
Come
dash.
on,
Yeah.
Death Battle.
All right. Well, that video was straight heat. You know, ever since once they were going into like the breakdown of each character, and they were mentioning how Metal Sonic could literally copy people's abilities and he's universal, it was over. You know, I am big Dragon Ball fan, so I do know how the power scaling. I used to watch mad power scaling videos, bro. Like, wasted too much free time on that shit, but. Yeah, bro, you let me know what you guys think about it. I know a lot of Dragon Ball fans are probably mad, but honestly, bro, I'm telling you, when you're like implementing Archie Sonic stuff, it just doesn't even make sense, bro. Like every DC comic, every comic of a superhero, their abilities are just crazy for no reason. Not even animes could really compare most of the time. So yeah, with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell to see more. And yeah, recommend me anything you guys want me to react to, death battle, whatever. This channel's for whatever. So yeah, appreciate your time. Peace.